is the first auto shop ever added into Brookhaven. Here's the second version of it. And here's our third one. You're seeing this because I visited the first versions of Brookhaven just to show everything that it had back then. I imagine you already know Brookhaven's little bus stop. Surely it isn't news to anyone. You probably know it by heart already. But some time ago, it did have something that you didn't know it had. We can confirm that by watching this old Brookhaven video right here. This guy is driving around in his car when he stops right beside a bus stop. If we take a closer look, you'll see that it had a little sign with a number 5 on it. So yeah, every single one of these bus stops were numbered throughout the city. I imagine this would have been number 1. Of course, the other ones had their own number, but we aren't able to find them anymore as they have been taken out for a while. Just so we can see it for ourselves, I got into a Brookhaven map from 2020. This has to be one of the oldest maps we have. Look at all this. As you can see, we have the bus stop here, and it is indeed numbered bus stop 1. Beyond that, it's practically the same as the newer stop we have. The only difference are the numbers that were deleted from it. Here's the other bus stop we looked at before. Apparently, this was number 3. Ain't that crazy? And that's only one of the plenty of things I'll be showing you guys in this video. So please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you like Brookhaven. Here's how the spawn area looks in the newer versions of Brookhaven. It has plant vases, a fountain, as well as some picnic benches. You can also make your way into the subway station by going into this secret passage down here. We'll be able to go beneath the spawn area, which is certainly bizarre. I bet all of you know that by now. It's certainly an old secret at this point. Now, how did these things look in older versions of the game? Looking at this old Brookhaven video, we can already see just how different the spawn looked. Starting off with this plant in the vase, it's certainly different with all that orange glow it has. Some of the other plants also had different colors, like this purple or the blue one back there. Certainly, it looks a lot more colorful than right now. Another good thing to note is that the fountain has already been added there, but it also had a big sign on that side with a little tutorial for the game. I wasn't able to find a map exactly like that one, but I did find this one that is around the first versions we got. Sadly, the plants from that video were already changed to the ones we have now. It doesn't have all those lights and colors we saw on the video. We already had the fountain in here as well as those picnic benches. It also had that little tutorial sign welcoming you to Brookhaven. This would teach you some of the game's mechanics. They probably had it back then in case anyone didn't know how these basic icons work, but nowadays there's no use for that. Oh yeah, back then we also didn't have the area beneath the fountain we could walk around in like we have now. You can even look beneath the map and everything you'll see are the checkered blocks from the spawn area. Here's every single game pass that exists in Brookhaven right now. In my opinion, the best one we have is the premium game pass. The only problem with it is that you'll have to use a ton of Robux on it. In total, we have 15 game passes inside of Brookhaven. What I'm showing you right now is the image and price of every single one of the passes the game has. But now I'm thinking, was it like that back then? Did we have all these game passes? Could even the images back then be the same? Straight up, that's a no. Check out this old Brookhaven video I found. Up there you'll see how the premium game pass icon looked, and that's back in 2020. Apparently, it was a white start with a blue background. Comparing it to the premium symbol we have right now, they basically just flipped the colors. Even though that video is pretty old, I found an image showing game passes even older than that. Here, let me show you. For this one, I had to go looking around the murky depths of the internet. Here we're able to see just how many game passes we had back then. Apparently, we only had 6. Just look at the premium game pass. It's not just different, but it's also cheaper than it is now. It's only 165 Robux. While if we look at it right now, it's 275. That surely changed. Now if we compare the older game passes with their more recent counterparts, the Horse Unlock Pass went for 45 Robux back then, while nowadays it goes for 60 Robux. On Demand Fire went from 45 to 50. Music Unlocked was only 95 and skyrocketed to almost 200 Robux. But something in Brookhaven that has always been the same way we know it is the second floor of the hospital. By going into this observation room, we'll find this zombie inside of a vat. Pay close attention to it. He's this square-looking guy with fully green skin. But of course, in the first version, it wasn't exactly like this. As you can see in this older video, he goes up to the second floor of the hospital. Now he's walking around the whole place, looking at just how creepy this whole place is, until he goes into the observation room. Look at how this looked back then. Our Our zombie is a lot less blocky and slimmer than the other, and apparently it also had a little face. He doesn't seem to be happy about it. Put them side by side and you'll see just how much different they are. Another interesting thing we have is this empty medical table. Here's what it had before. Right over there, there's some sort of syringe with some bright green liquid. And it was an actual syringe. You can even find it around the game's inventory. But it has since been removed from Brookhaven in full. This one was removed from the game because of this.
Syringes are not allowed on Roblox and will be accordingly moderated as bad influences, even if that's not your intent, due to their resemblance and connotation.
So by making our way back to this older version, I can go into it. Just need to jump up here first. Wait, I can't even be in there. No problem though. We can just go into Roblox Studio and delete the whole wall. There we go. Now we got it. Back in this very old version, we have the syringe still standing on this table. This is the green version of it. It also has this little mouse symbol in it because you could click and pick it up like an actual item. Another thing is that if you go into the old surgery room, which is where we'll find the other type of syringe we had in the game, this one's blue this time. I'm not really sure why they needed two of them, but okay. Sadly, they have been removed from the game, which is a bummer. Nowadays, if you want to find the criminal headquarters, you get this house. Go down the secret passage in the ramp. Making your way down there will lead you straight into it. But before, it really wasn't like that at all. Inside those first versions, you could find a secret passage inside the auto shop. As you can see in this video, as he clicks the mop and goes right into the older criminal headquarters of Brookhaven. This big room with their symbol and all kinds of illegal stuff happening around it. I wasn't able to find that exact version, so this is the second best we got. Or maybe not. The auto shop wasn't even in here yet. Either that or it did, and this map is bugged out. There we go! This is the auto shop I was looking for. This is the second version of the auto shop ever put into Brookhaven. A lot different from that video, but it still had the criminal headquarters. You had to click the mop in here too and drop down to the base down here, where we'll find the old criminal headquarters that's literally still the same as before, with all those guns and security cameras around the whole city. But after a while, we got all of that removed. Even the auto shop lost its name and became the auto mall. Nowadays, you'll see that it's quite different. No criminal activity or headquarters in sight. There's nothing like to be found over here. So now the only real way to go into the headquarters is by going down the ramp of this house, which to be honest, I think looks a lot better. Something cool that they added into it since it became a house is this vault safe you can steal from, as well as a button beneath this desk right here. Now hold money in your hands and you'll be able to go through these lasers, making our way into this secret room. By sitting down on this chair, we'll find another button bright beneath this desk. Let me click that right quick. It makes the agency symbol show up with a little message behind one of the maps. Anyways guys, leave a ton of likes on this video and subscribe to the channel for even more stuff like this. Comment down below if you'd like to see part 2 of a video like this. Watch one of the videos on screen right now. Just click any of them. They're all so good. I'd like to thank you all for watching this one. It really means a lot to me. See you later. Have a good one.